Up to 11 million Americans, mostly women, are affected by our next strange affliction. But only one has had the courage to bear it all on camera and become an internet superstar doing it.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to the high-octane Technicolor world of Becky O.
Here we go. Long story. Hold on. Hello.
Those quirky antics won her thousands of YouTube fans. But what blasted Becky O to fame was going public with the most private of secrets.
This is something I can't talk about. I've tried everything, and nothing seems to stop it.
She, like 10 million Americans, suffers from a compulsion to pull out her own hair.
It's something I can't stop.
That video exploded. It had hundreds of thousands of views. It really opened my eyes to how big the condition was.
You didn't know anybody else who pulled their hair?
Nobody at all. I thought I was on my own.
For Rebecca, it's tough living in a culture obsessed by hair, surrounded by women crowned with long, shining locks. So she took her battle to the internet, vlogging about her struggle with a disorder called Trichotillomania, literally the mania to pull out hair. She calls herself a trickster.
So is it a relief or a release to pull?
Pulling makes me feel better. But then when you see the damage afterwards, then you think, oh, no, okay, that's actually making me feel worse.
You would have a bald spot the size of your fist?
Yeah, this is the most hair I've had in 5 years. And that terrifies me.
Why does it terrify you?
Because I'm always worried I'm going to lose it.
As a child, she often played with her hair, but the vlogs of her teenage years reveal a habit spinning dangerously out of control.
I can just pull out yanks of hair. I've got hair surrounding the keyboard, and it's...
I remember when I was 12 and I was with a counsellor, and she said to me, when you're stressed, where do you feel it in your body? And I remember my answer. I remember holding my hands up and going, in my fingers. It's here.
It's not here, it's here.
It's here. I want to do things with my hands. The most weirdest thing about pulling is it feels like my fingers are magnets, and they're attracted to certain parts of my head.
Nothing could keep Rebecca's fingers from pulling her hair, not tying her hair up in a turban, or greasing her eyelashes and eyebrows with Vaseline. Even the most extreme measures failed to help.
I found just tying my hands to tables or chair legs, or to my tummy when I was at school, it stopped me getting to the hair.
So that you wouldn't reach up and pull your hair?
You get to a point where you're just so desperate.
That desperation was often driven by the hurtful comments from her peers at school.
If I'd had the hair, if I didn't have this, then people wouldn't have treated me so badly.
Worst of all was the criticism from friends and even family members, which she repeated in her vlogs.
You'll never get a job looking like that. Don't you realise you're doing it to yourself? Looks like someone went too far with the tweezers. No one wants a bald girlfriend.
There were a lot of really
Every single thing.
harsh comments.
Tricksters receive such severe backlash.
Why is that, do you think?
I think people don't appreciate that you literally cannot stop. It's not even a choice.
I can't leave it alone.
It had been a 6-year roller coaster of frustration documented in this astonishing video diary.
On the 3rd of February 2011, I decided to shave all my hair off.
When I shaved my hair, I thought, right, that's it. The hair's gone. I'm not going to pull again. It's all good. But then I attacked my eyebrows, and they vanished within a week.
I have always loved cameras. Oh, and the colour pink.
Rebecca, now a superstar in the trickster community, caught the attention of Jillian Coursey. She was casting for a documentary on Trichotillomania.
What's the biggest misconception?
That it's rare that people who have trichotillomania are freaks. The people I've spoken to feel isolated or like outcasts, like they don't belong.
Jillian's documentary, called Trickster, explored the destructive force of the disorder to both mind and body.
Kind of feel like putting the wig back on.
Unlike most tricksters in the documentary, Sophie Ehrman pulls hair not from her head, but from her body.
The difference between me and a lot of people that just have trick, I'm digging under my skin.
Sophie is a photographer and documented her struggle with trichotillomania in a series of disturbing photos. To her, each tiny hair in her leg is a monstrous flaw.
What is this?
This is literally how close I look at my body. Those are like hairs that are literally like growing. It's gross. I don't like the hair on my body, so...
Any of it?
No, none of it. I'd rather just be like a baby.
So in this effort to get rid of these hairs you think you see growing, you're essentially gouging at your own skin and making it
worse.
So if you were to take your tights off for me today, where on your legs would you have scars?
Like everywhere.
She showed me the raw wounds that force her to hide in tights and jeans, even on the hottest days of summer.
See how like there are all these dots?
Yeah.
So those are the hairs.
There must be a lot of people who cannot understand why you're doing this to yourself.
Join the crowd. Like, I don't really know exactly what I'm doing to myself. I know that I'm doing it to relieve anxiety, but what made me choose to pull out my hair? I have no clue.
The cause of trichotillomania is still a mystery, and doctors are still baffled about why it's primarily women who suffer from it. Sophie and Rebecca both doubt they will ever be pull-free.
Do I want to stop? Absolutely. Can I? I don't know.
Do you think you'll ever stop doing this, pulling? Really?
I feel I will be pulling till the day I die. I've been doing it 20 years, I don't know, but it's part of me.
Rebecca may never have that long blonde hair that she dreams of, but she's learned to love what she does have, and for now, better control the urge to pull.
There was a point, I remember, when for the first time in years I felt the wind go through my hair and it just pushed the fringe back, and I was like, oh, wow, like, happiness.
We want to thank all of these brave people and families who let us into their lives tonight, and we wondered if you have a strange affliction that has stumped doctors before. You can let us know on Twitter. Use the hashtag ABC2020.